We gotta make sure we got it on. Oh God. All chat. Gotta make sure that. Hang on a minute. And I'm gonna go to YouTube Studio. Gotta do all my little stuff. You know, it just takes a moment. Content. Lives. Hope everybody is having a wonderful day. I'm gonna put on subscribers. Oh goodness, I've already have to. Yes, I put it on subscriber only. Skip the commercials. See if that works. See if that works. That happened. That happened. How did that happen? The Wi-Fi is supposed to always be on. Good grief. I don't even know. Hi, Phyllis. Look at, there's Ambrose. Danny's here. AC Cruz. Joseph Q. Phyllis, thanks, Joseph Q, for giving me the heads up. My Wi-Fi was off. Why it was off? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, we're going with natural hair today, so that's the natural wave. I didn't do anything. I got out of the shower and just let it air dry. I can't, it's fine. We're gonna be fine. But you know what I got here? I got my coffee. I got my water. Did you guys see the title? There's a reason for it. There's a reason for that title. Y'all want to know what it is? I got you guys over here too. Actually, I wonder if it's better if I put it over here. Let me move my computer. My computer to be, oh, that's so much better. I can like look this way instead. I feel like that's so much better. Oh wait, I want my music to continue. So I don't feel like it's too quiet, you know what I mean? Anyway, it's because of what Michele said? Yes, is that who said that in Discord? Let me go in Discord and look. Hang on a minute. Oh my God, Darlene. Darlene, the little piggy that you put in Discord. I love that commercial. That commercial was the damn best. Let me see, where was it? Yeah, Michele King. When Michele King, yeah, she said it in there. No, you guys, seriously. If you're a member and you're not in Discord, go in Discord because we have the funniest conversations. Hey, Szabados. Manolo, how are you? I am doing well. I am relaxing. Joe is back at work. Thank goodness, because you know how that goes. But Michele King put in Discord that she was this year's, she's as old as remembering when you got a record, like a record thing you could play. It was like a 45, but it was like a cardboard 45 in your cereal box. And that's what today's thing is all about. The cereal, the old school cereal, and the toys that we all got in there. Hey, Viking, I saw you in there. Do you guys remember those? We used to get toys. We used to get stuff in our cereal. We looked forward every morning to cereal. Now, granted, we liked it because it was like Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles and Count Chocula and everything like that. You know what I mean? But like there's that, the toys were it. I feel like our kids, like my child, I don't think he ever had a toy in a cereal box. That's kind of sad when you think about it. Hey, Diana Lee, you love Fruity Pebbles was the bomb. Fruity Pebbles and Lucky Charms. There are so many that I loved. Hey, Hassan, the little submarine where you added baking soda and it floated around. Oh God, I got pictures, guys. I went down, of course, as you know me, I go down the spiral. My thing was honeycomb state license plates. Remember, you'd get this mini state license plate. Like, what were you gonna do with that? And if you were, you never got a toy in your cereal? Did your mom give you oatmeal? That's what I think happened. If you didn't get a toy in your cereal, it's because your mom was giving you oatmeal. I remembered I used to get, man, this thing's got a lot of commercials. I used to get Tarzan straws that made noise when you drank through them. Get out. Really? I don't think Josh ever had a toy. Now, this is twofold. The reason why I'm going to do this, because Michele King made that comment. And it was like on the back of the cereal box, it was either plastered to it or you had to cut the cereal box out, and then there was some kind of LP laminated to the box itself. And then you'd put it on your little 45 record player, and then you'd have this piece of cardboard spinning around like it was quality. And you just lived for it. It was everything. For real. That's one reason, because she spoke about that. The other reason is, when I went on the cruise, just recently when I got off, we did not really eat cereal. I guess we had other stuff. Cereals came as teenagers and adults. Really, we grew up with them, Din. Like, we grew up with them. I think we came out of the womb. We barely had baby cereal. And then before you know it, they had us eating Cheerios. Well, even when we were babies, they had us eating Cheerios. Right? Who remembers that? Who remembers you always gave your kid Cheerios? Everybody, every baby would have like a little container of Cheerios. That's what they would eat. Now, granted, I know now that cereal is not good for us. Okay, I get it. It's nothing. Hey, J-Ro, good to see you. It's non-nutritive. It's just a filler. It's a carrier of blah, blah. We all know this. But I'm telling you, as a kid, growing up in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, all of that, you lived for the cereal. Cheerios are everything, as long as it's the honey one, the plain one I have to put sugar on. Oh my God, remember that? Remember when we would actually, it was not a big deal? Remember? Your parents would say, you'd get cornflakes, you'd get like plain Cheerios, things like that, and you had to take a spoon of sugar. I'm not kidding. For those that are from another country, this is totally, I bet you, foreign to you. But we would take a spoon of sugar and sprinkle it on top of our cereal, because apparently we weren't getting enough sugar in our diets. Hence the explosion of diabetes, okay? I can't. We also put it on our grapefruit too, so I mean, I don't know. But the other Rice Krispies needed sugar. This is so funny, because if I eat that cereal now, I can taste the sweetness of the cereal without adding sugar, but I don't eat it, but I can actually taste it. Then you get the spoonful of milk sugar at the bottom. Yes, that's hence the cereal milk that that one pastry chef built her whole empire on. But anyway, when I was on the cruise ship, our cruise director, aka, you know, a cruise director as in, you know, Julie from Love Boat. Well, our cruise director, his name was Joey. Now, Joey, wait, why did he? Oh, this is the reason why. He was from the UK. He was British. Okay. Diana Lee. Oh my God, I have to go around and get the horn. I'm just gonna honk, okay, because I can't go over there and go get it. It's like way over there. Honk, 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 honk. Diana Lee with the £5 super chat. Honey, thank you so much for that. That could buy a box of cereal. I like going to Battle Creek, Michigan. They have a Post cereal. I smell Fruity Pebbles every time you, oh, do you really? That would make me so crazy. Hey, Beesh, how are you? Thank you so much, Diana Lee, for that £5 super chat. But let me tell you. So Joey, the cruise director from England, okay? The honk emoji isn't in there. Oh, I know. I've got to get the honk emoji going. Damn it. I forgot to load it up here. Anyway, so what he would do is, he said that the way that they would say goodbye, a very common way to say goodbye, was cheerio. Cheerio, okay? But for us, it's a cereal, right? In the US, it's a cereal. So he would say, every time he would come on, he would say, hello, 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 it's Joey, your cruise director. And then at the very end of his announcement, which was multiple times a day, he would say, cheerio. And then he wanted us all to respond with another type of cereal. So you would hear people throughout the cruise. Now, I hope he's on when we go in September in a month. I hope he's there, because you guys will get a kick out of him. But you would hear throughout the cruise, in response to the announcement, somebody would say, Fruit Loops, or Corn Flakes, or Corn Pops, or Chex, or just weird random cereals, and he wanted people to stump him all the time. Oh, don't even worry, you did not interrupt Diana Lee. But he always wanted people to stump them, so everybody was constantly thinking Cheerio. Like, there were cereals that people had never heard of. He'd never heard of grape nuts, and he didn't understand what that was. And then when he looked it up, he found that grape nuts have nothing to do with grapes. He doesn't know why. I don't even know why they're called grape nuts. I don't even know why. They taste like nothing but cardboard. They're probably like ground up seeds from, oh my God, remember King Vitamin? Can you imagine that they called a sugar cereal King Vitamin? That's so funny. And he had a crown and everything. Crazy. But yeah, so this is what the talk is about today. We're just going to sit here and reminisce about all the cereals that we used to eat, what our favorites were, but most of all, what were the craziest toys or things that you found? Things that were supposed to be in the cereal, not things that weren't supposed to be in the cereal, but things you were supposed to have, and like the free toy to make you want it. You could put milk on grape nuts, go on your cruise, come back, and they would still be, yes. Yes, hey, good morning, Treatin'. Alphabets, yeah, like we were learning our alphabets, our alphabet with alphabets, Fafo. It's so funny. I got so many toys, I can't remember them. It was crazy. Hi, good morning, Helga. And then this morning, just to think, this is the kind of cereal that I can possibly eat and crunch on. Now, some people are going to tell me, oh my God, that has so much stuff in it. You know what? Whatever. But you know what? Whenever you wanted something to snack on, okay, not sponsored. Yes, I did pay this much for this little bag. Okay. I don't know. That's how much it costs. When you have to eat something that's going to be like a protein cereal, lower in carbs and not have all the wheat and everything else in it, this is what we're doing. Okay, this one is the maple syrup variety. And look at, that's what they look like. Wedding, dinner, and drinks. Enjoy your day. Oh yeah, Viking. Congrats. Look at, that's what the cereal looks like. It's delicious. I say they've gotten better with them. I've had some that's terrible. I mean, it's sweetened with monk fruit and stevia. So it's not terrible. My toys were dolls and blackboards. I'm talking about what came in your cereal box. You did not get a blackboard in your cereal box, girl. You might have gotten a doll. I knew very early on I was going to be a mom and a teacher. I don't know. I always wanted a horse. But every girl my age wanted a horse. I didn't know. I was going to be a pain in the ass. Maybe I was going to be an ass, like a donkey. I don't know. But, are you guys ready to get into some of the toys I found? I'm drinking this German coffee. We found it at Aldi. It's supposed to be low acidity. Hey, Walt, low acidity. That's something specific to German coffee. We would buy Dallmayr brand coffee. You can only find it, Dallmayr brand coffee, at specialty stores, preferably, probably German stores or foreign, like Italian stores. Countries adjacent, stores that are from countries that are adjacent to Germany. But Dallmayr is supposed to have a very low acidity. I don't know what that means. Probably it's going to be, look at how frizzy my hair is. Probably going to be less acidic on your tum-tum. Oh my God, Triton. I can't. Between you and Din, I can't win. Cereal was the bomb. Everybody, if you could get your own cereal box, you would like, actually, I would mark lines on it. Because my brothers and sisters would go into my box. Especially when you're older and you wanted to buy your own. Do you ever have that problem? Like, you know, you get your brother and then he would like, I don't know, get a freaking mixing bowl and that was his cereal bowl. Or if you didn't have all the bowls the same size, they would take the biggest bowl. You know, we have 6 kids. Hey, Frodo. Again with the commercials. What is with this channel? Oh my God. Hi, Alexander. No German coffee for me. I don't follow orders very well. Cereal for dinner was excellent. It was easy. It's called girl dinner. For real. You could literally put away a whole box of cereal, especially if they're the skinny boxes. We're not talking the family size monster thing. Hi, Chris. Hi, everyone. I never like to eat in the morning. Still don't. Mom even tried pizza to no avail. Oh my God, who are you people? All right, we're gonna go through it though. So I looked it up, and it looks like, okay, I wanted to know, you'd rather skip it. See, I can't eat, I don't like popcorn because it gets stuck in your teeth. And then you got to have a dentist pull out the kernels. That's bullshit. That's like a hazard. Okay. So, you know, way back in the day, Tricks are for kids. I know Robert K. Remember Tricks? Tricks was funny with the bunny. Okay. So I wanted to find out when the first toy started. So that was back in 1945. Okay, 1945, Kellogg's cereal company, you know, out there in Michigan land. No popcorn. Chris, I never eat breakfast. I usually don't eat it until after 3 p.m. I gotta eat. I'd be passed out. So I don't buy Tricks because I'm an adult. I would buy Tricks still if they made it for me, but they don't. No. But this is something I can't believe was actually in a cereal box. Like, this was the toy of the day. This is 1945. So you got to think of the era and all of that was happening back then. Okay. This was a ring. Okay. That was found in a cereal box. This was what they used to put in the cereal box. Okay. Or around that time. It's an atomic bomb ring. Are you kidding me? Like, are you joking? That's the ring that they would put in there. And also Kellogg's actually started putting them in the cereal, and it was like pin backs. Like pins. We're putting pins in the cereal. That's crazy. And then people would actually send like little things in to go get, like you'd collect boxes or something off the cereal, and then you would have to mail it in for your gift. This probably was the gift you had to mail in for. Can you believe that? That's crazy. That looks scary, right? I thought so. But then we got, you know, they got better. They decided, okay, we're going to be a little bit more, you know, PC. Okay, but see, treating, well, you're not pouring out your cereal. Like, if you can't see that in your cereal, why are you putting it in your mouth? I don't know how many box tops that took. But for real, that's one of the reasons why they stopped it, because so many people started complaining, oh, it could be a choking hazard. Stop it. My son never choked on anything. I never choked on anything because there was some foreign thing in because there was a toy. You know, that's like saying I'm going to choke on the tattoos that was in my bubble gum. Come on. Yeah. Kids, who's doing that? When you had to find yes, that was another thing. The cereal boxes actually had whole games. That was our reading material, for real. But then they came around, and then they started doing the spoons. Do you remember these? I kind of remember these. Hi, Tommy. Look there's Mr. Lucky Charms. There's the honeybee from Honey Nut Cheerios. Look at them. What is this blue one? I don't know. The blue. Oh, it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, dude, right there. The color changing spoons, right? 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 Because then they would change a little bit. Like this one would turn purple. The green one, I don't think it ever really changed. Like this one changed orange, but I like when I had to find the missing children on the milk containers. Okay, you guys are like, seriously. I was like, I don't believe, honestly, I didn't believe any of the milk containers. I would always tell my brother and sister that if you don't stop bugging me, you're going to be in the back of this milk container. Legit. Another thing, not only was our cereal sugary, they actually would stick candy in them. Could you imagine the absolute fights that would happen over this? Think about it. Can you imagine? Kids were probably like brothers, sisters, lockdown wrestling mode. Joseph Q is still in the missing kids carton, says Tommy. No one looked for him. Oh, but he found himself. We would be in lockdown. It would be WWE, you know, in the Yo Ang household. 2 children, 1 box. No, there were 6 children. Actually, at the main point of my life, it was 5 children. My mom didn't have the 6th child till I was like 12 or 13, which was a whole, you know, traumatizing thing for me. But 5 kids fighting over. Can you imagine? All because we wanted some extra sugar. I don't know. People would, like, legit. It would be a throwdown. Most people would look our lactose intolerance. As a child, we never were lactose intolerant. We just ate the cereal as much as we could. Nobody was lactose intolerant back then. And we were having all kinds. We were excited to get the cereal in the morning. Now this one, I remember this vividly. You would get Star Wars pens. Look at those pens, guys. See that? You would get multiple different kinds. My first argument with my brother didn't happen until he was 20 and we were 24. You were lucky, man. We had knockdown, drag out fights. Yeah, everybody's lurking. That's cool. Let them lurk. But for real, I remember this because my brother would steal them. He would take them and I would want one. And then it would be like a rush. Now, very rarely would we be able to get Cinnamon Toast Crunch. There came a time that my mom started buying, Kristen, I know that was a good one. My mom started buying generic cereal, and that was like a huge uproar in our household. Okay, wanted to hit the like before I went to sleep. Okay, thank you so much, Tommy. Kristen Chantez, welcome in. I like a piece of toast and a cup of coffee. My father, oh, can't wait, treating. Stop it. You were like 45 when you were 5. I don't know. This one, I don't ever remember, but if I had gotten, I would have been like on it. I don't remember, but I would have been on it. A glow stick, but it's like a glow necklace. Could you imagine? How do they keep this stuff from like that has liquid in it? Like, is it plastic? Because it says, oh, it says just to expose it. It doesn't have the liquid in it, not the cracking kind. But it was just like you could expose it to the thing and then you would get like a glowing thing so you could wear it. You would chew on that? Well, I know, kids chewed on everything. We didn't die. But did you die? We didn't. We didn't. These, I kind of remember. Now, I could see these as being a choking hazard, but everything was in a, it wasn't these things were like freewheeling in the cereal bunch. Yeah, that's why we're tough. These were actually packaged in a little plastic thing. It's not like you'd pour your cereal and, oh my God, I accidentally ate the toy. You'd pour your cereal and then this package would fall out. Or basically, it wasn't even in the cereal. It was outside the plastic bag. You know, like you have your box and then you hit the plastic bag that contained the cereal. The little toy was always on the outside of the bag. Because God forbid some dingus, stupid child would I was upset with the doomsday device. It didn't work. Oh my God. Do you remember these? Do you guys remember these? Hi, Bonnie. How are you? Yeah, it was against the cardboard. Like, do you remember these little beans? And they would wibble wobble? Because they had a ball bearing in them. But you remember, hi, Kimberly Grace. But they would wibble wobble. And they had a whole Disney collection. And stuff. I think these, I don't know what they were in. These were in a Kellogg cereal. They had a Disney promotion. Some of them, the little action figures, were all the way in the bottom of the bag, and all the kids poured out we would get the big mixing bowl out. When they were inside the bag, we'd have to get the mixing bowl out. Dump it all out. Because we needed to find it. And then if you didn't have one, like, what would happen is my brother would take the toy out, act like nobody had the cereal. Oh, I got another commercial I gotta fast forward through. And then he would be like, they didn't put it in there. They didn't put it in there. I swear to God. But he took it. Check out this one. This is the best. A free space mission badge. Like, the graphics on the cereal boxes. I remember Sugar Smacks. It was like puffed wheat, but coated in like honey. It's coated in sugar because nobody wants to eat puffed wheat. Remember? Because it was just puffed wheat. Puffed wheat. What is it? Tastes nasty to the point of we decided to coat it in sugar. But look. And we'd have Space Mission badge. Now, I think this was before my time. I can guarantee you that because, you know, Star Trek was out in the 60s. I was born in 68. I'm still a big Corn Pops. I loved Corn Pops. I like dry cereal. Pillows of shredded wheat. No, but these were puffed wheat. That's what it was. Puffed wheat. Space energy comes from Sugar Smacks. Funny to me. Then they had these. This is another. Disney was really big into the cereal. Do you like Saturday cartoons were filled with cereals? Yes, it was a frog. Don't ask me why a frog is selling cereal. I don't know. But they had this stuff, which was a stamp. Come on. Joe loved frosted mini wheats. I wasn't a fan. I didn't like the shredded wheat, but it was a stamp. I remember Chip and Dale. Those were my favorites. You turned 50 last week. Love it. It's all true. It's so true. It's so true. But now these, lots of people had these. And you could buy them separately, but you got them in the cereal, and I remember them. Remember the wall walkers? I mean, come on. Those are funny. Happy belated birthday, Kim. Yes, in the 60s and early 70s, they had cartoons of cereal characters on TV. They did. They totally did. But you remember these things? You'd throw them up against the wall, and then they were just sticky, and they would go, and they would plop themselves down the wall. I remember those. How was Joe's today? Did he go to, yeah, he went back to work. Joe feels so much better. Now, you have to understand, Joe feels, if he's not a 10, which to him is 1,000% perfect, then he's a 4. He doesn't really have a normal scale. So if he has a little bit of an ache, it's a 4 automatically. If it's a little bit more of an ache, then it's a 1. Like, he doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he skips 5 through 9, and he goes straight to 4. So when I asked him this morning, how are you feeling? He's like 4. I'm like, okay, so he's all right. So, yeah, that's Joe. We all know delicate flower. I'm like, do you need to burp? Then he burped. He was like, oh, I feel better. I can't make that shit up. He's like the child. Joe was a child of the cereal, just so you know. And then there were these things. Now, you're kind of like, did that come the way it was put together? No. I know, the Ovaltine decoder ring, right, RFD? This wasn't put together. This is not how it came in the box. They gave us tasks. They gave us kits. They put us to damn work. We were like little mini construction people. I swear to God, we're sitting there eating our cereal, and we're trying to do like a whole project for real because we wanted it to look like that. Because you know how they came? They came like this. This is how it came. Do you guys remember these? They would come flat packed. Flat packed. Yeah, here's your toy. Now you have to build it. And then you're like, and God forbid if you broke something. But I remember these vividly. And it was like, you had to cut them out. You had to break them off. Just look, that one's a wagon. You can tell that one's a wagon. I don't know what that is. Is that a bird? This must be a whistle or a submarine. I can't tell. But yeah, everything was a toy. And that was like a big thing. You had to build your toy. But that was cool. I don't know. Like, we were very excited. We were very excited about it. And then this is the thing, like, so it got to the point of, all right, I'm gonna have some more cereal. You know, time to put down the coffee, open a beer. Is it noon? It's 12:02, get that beer going. And then they got to the point of, okay, we can't put shit in the thing anymore. So then they decided, we gotta have you mail it back in. So then we would have to do this. We get the free reflector, but we would have to mail stuff in to get it. Because apparently people were, I don't know, choking on shit. That's how it started. Then they started the whole thing that you couldn't put cereal promoted, because we were then advertising to children. Frosted Flakes. A lot of people liked Frosted Flakes. I wasn't just a fan. I think it was because I think Frosted Flakes, any kind of flakes, Frosted were better than Corn Flakes, but Corn Flakes turned into mush. This is my second cup of coffee. My earlier one was cold. It was. Okay, let's get back. Okay, did that. So then I started going, okay, we're gonna look up. I wanted to know, you liked Fruit Loops and Tricks? I know those were good. Kids choking on toys, survival of the fittest. Yeah, that was just life. No kid, I had never heard of a child choking on the toy. That they accidentally poured in their cereal and were so hungry they ate it. It's ridiculous. Your birthday's later this month? Okay, Robert. Weeding out the week. These are pretty good. I like them because then I can snack on something if I want it. So, I went to eBay. Gen Z can survive anything. Gen Z? That's after the millennials. What are you talking about? We're Gen X. Treating. You're talking about the wrong one. Gen Z is... No. No. Hey, Lady Wiser. I think you got your gens mixed up. Gen Z is like after the millennials. Then it's Gen Z. And then you got Gen Alpha. Don't even get me started on that. I don't know. But like Josh is a millennial. I'm Gen X. His parents, you guys are like the boomers. Like we didn't call you a number. We didn't call you a letter. We're called Gen X. I'm called Gen X. My sister thought at one point that I was a boomer. I'm like, girl, where the hell did you grow up in? You need to go do your research. It ain't tough until doctors tell you, why aren't you dead? Gen whiners now. No. Gen Z is the whiners. X is a letter. Yeah, we were the X. It's because we were left alone to our devices so many times. You don't even know. We were not... Yeah, we basically raised each other. I'm not even kidding. We really did raise each other. If people knew what was done, if people did what they did with their kids back when we were growing up, even before that, they didn't leave kids home like they did Gen X's. 5 kids from age like 3, you know, and there's only like 4 years difference between me and my youngest sister. So I was 7, Eric was 8, my brother Eric was 8. We were just left home. 5 children. No parent. It was, don't answer the door. Don't answer the telephone. So then you're thinking, so then what if we have a problem? Because we just kind of go, whoop. And then if somebody called the phone, we would all scatter. And then we'd be like, shh, like they could hear through the phone, you know, but that's how stupid we were. What did we do? But how much did we get caught? We didn't. Like we would run around the house and do all sorts of mayhem. all sorts of mayhem. I remember my parents came home one time and we were playing hide and seek, and we were hiding in places we weren't supposed to hide. Like, I hid it in my parents' closet. Part of the reason is we were looking for Christmas gifts, but I hid in my parents' closet. They all did something else because they gave up, and I was still hiding in the closet on a shelf. I was like the real elf on the shelf, and my parents came home, and then the door opened, and I wanted to scare them, and it was my parents. There's Ange. Yeah, that happened. So anyway, back to the cereal. But Gen Z, man. Hey, Joe Maliga, how are you? Kids today threaten parents saying that they're going to call DSS. Back in the day, if we ever said that, parents would say, oh, that would be me. I'd be like, really? Go right ahead. Come on. I'll call them with you. So the millennials that grew up with the person as a Gen X adult, they know not to mess with us because we are a little touched in the head because of how we grew up. It was crazy. You were a crazy child. And I was. Halo held up by my horns. So I decided to go down the hole to see how much are these things worth now. Okay, so I found something that was from 1948, a Kellogg's cereal Superman fly jet plane ring, but it says with box and manual. It's rare. Hey there, Rhonda Silverman. How are you out there in Hollywood, Florida? The net's doing good, I think. So you're saying you're just asking? Oh my God, David, I can't with you. You ask such dumb questions, but whatever. How is that relevant? You're just so irrelevant. Okay, so wait, what did it do that for? I don't want it to do that. Oh my God. So I gotta go like this? All right, we'll go like this. So this, do you see that number, how much it's worth? $699. Apparently that's what they're asking for it. $700 for the ring that was found in a cereal box. Like, I feel like I need to start doing some of those garage sales. Maybe I could find some old cereal box toys. I mean, those take up very little. They had to fit in a cereal box, so they would take up very little room. I don't know. I'm just saying it could be like a side gig. For real. Look at all these. These were all a lot of vintage toy rings, spy rings, Roy Rogers. These were all cereal box finds. Okay, are you ready for these? Look at them. Is that one supposed to be a camera? Like, that's real. Like, come on. Are you kidding me? Like, for real? For real? Hey, RJ. These are selling, this lot is selling for $403. Hey, Chris. How's it going? Harry W., how are you? $400? And in my area, we have the best antique shops with tons of them. We purchase lots of stuff. Hi, Misanthropic. What years are these from? This one's, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. It does not say. I don't know. Investing Cabbage Patch dolls. Oh, by the way, Nightbot just dropped the link to my new channel with the focus on travel. So it's going to be cruises, all that other stuff that I do. It's called Yo Let's Go. Thank you, Misanthropic, because I know you're the one who gave me that twinge on the idea of the name. I was calling it Let's Go something, but I forgot about the Yo. Makes sense. So the link just dropped. So if you are not subscribed to Yo Let's Go, please do so. You will find videos on there for all of our travel adventures, talks about stuff. We'll go out and see the ships. Yes, I did use the name. I loved it. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. And yeah, go check that out. Make sure you get signed up. I think I'm at like a whole 53 subscribers in one day. So we're going to try to get it up to at least a couple more. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, Penny M is number 57. Thank you. And stuff. But we're going to keep plugging away, put stuff on there. You'll find shorts. I have so much content that never actually gets onto this channel because it's so much. And I feel like it's a different topic. So since we do travel a lot, even if it's by car, going up north, going to Connecticut, going to Jersey down the shore, we will still always put some of that stuff here on the Yo Ange channel. But we're really going to put more of a focus. 61, that's amazing. We're going to put more of a focus on travel, the real travel. It's not going to be all happy-pappy, okay? Because that's not how it goes. You know, when everybody packs up their bags, they act like they pack perfectly. This girl, I said I brought 10. I actually brought 12 swimsuits on the last cruise. Don't read me for filth. I don't want to hear it. Okay. That was a freaky looking one. Hang on. But do you guys remember this? This was in 1960s. I was born in the late 60s, 68. But this was a Captain Crunch cereal box prize, the Good Ship Guppy. It was an iron-on transfer. I do remember them doing iron-on transfers. Do you remember that? Or tattoos, like the temporary tattoos. Do you remember that? Like the graphics? Come on, man. Those are funny, right? Do you know how much this is going for? $300. $300 damn dollars for an iron-on? It probably doesn't even work anymore. Oh my God. That's crazy, right? Hey, Lila, how are you? I need some water. That tastes good. It's nice and cold still. But wow, I mean, the cereal has changed a lot. I know, $300 is what's, and I went to eBay. I didn't go to Amazon. I didn't do any of that stuff. I went to eBay just because that's where people sell a lot of that kind of stuff. And I know that they can sell it on Amazon and everything else. Well, and I'm sure there's websites and such with all of it, but that was the easy one for me. But it's amazing. People collect all that stuff, but you know, it harkens back to another era. Now a lot of our cereal is all about nutrition and what's in it. I mean, there's so many different cereals that are supposed to, I remember one of the first cereals I saw that was supposed to be healthy was Puffins. I always loved the kid meal toys. Yeah, kid meal toys. That's another thing. The toys. They still do the kid meal toys. They do. I really think they should just, you know, stick them in the adult bag too, okay? Do that. We'd buy it because we want to think about it. If they would just do that, do you know how many more people would be buying their meals? Because a lot of people don't buy the meals anymore. Because why? But if you did that, I know they tried the whole thing with the game pieces, but that didn't work because it was rigged. Remember, the Monopoly was rigged? But yeah, this is the cereal I'm having today. So do me a favor, after the live stream's over or in the comments, put down what was your favorite cereal, what was the oddest cereal you ever had, what is the one cereal you miss. I know that some of you didn't eat cereal treating. Okay, I know you didn't like cereal. Din. You live in another country, so you guys didn't eat cereal and stuff. Put Fububu's in adult meals. Oh my God. If they put Fububu's as a thing, hey network, I saw in the news that cereal isn't what most people choose for breakfast anymore. It's not. Actually, usually what I'll eat is eggs, maybe with a small piece of fruit or a half a piece of fruit and stuff like that. The smallest toys ever were in the boxes of Cracker Jacks. Yeah, I never liked Cracker Jacks. Apple Jacks was good. Cracker Jacks, I thought it was garbage. Anytime somebody would be like, here's a box of Cracker Jacks, I'd be like, I don't like it. You ate cereal, Tina? I think most of us did eat cereal. It was just part of growing up. Like, that was the easy thing. They'd put the cereal box out and say, go to it. And it's something that a child could fix for themselves. Like, you didn't need someone to make it. And that was the era of when the moms started going back to work and all that stuff. That's why it was a big thing. Now, another thing I have to show you guys. Joe, we got some, for Joe's birthday, he got some shirts he wanted. Cracker Jack stuck to your teeth. I hated them. I hated them with a passion. For Joe's birthday, he wanted some new Yo Ang shirts, okay? And the first one he got was aSYMBOLisNOlonger. aSYMBOLisNOlonger. Look at that. Isn't that a good one? I love it. Shows little socks. Look at, I'm bilingual. aSYMBOLisNOlonger. You know me and my merch. I'm a little snarky. I can't help it. Okay. And then there's this one. This one is currently my favorite. I actually have to order one for me. But, you know, we talk about it all the time in our park walks, which will probably be happening tomorrow. I got sugar cereal at my grandma's house, but my mom fed me the awful shredded wheat without sugar. Oh my God, Lila. That's when grandma was the best, right? I was hungry. My mom was sleeping. I ate the whole package of celery. I still can't eat. You probably were going to the bathroom for days, treating. Why would you eat celery? Okay. Oh God, another commercial. I got to get through this commercial. Hang on a minute. Okay, skip. This is the other shirt he got. The Gangs of New York. They actually printed really, really well. Okay, look at that. The Gangs of New York. What do we say? It's the squirrels, pigeons, and the rats. That's it. I feel like he's the gang leader. But the, you know, the rats, the pigeons, and the squirrels. That's the Gangs of New York, guys. Came out good. I think it's positioned really well. And quality-wise, they're not super heavy. That was the one thing I didn't want them to be. Now, what I would suggest to everybody when you have these t-shirts and stuff, when you wash them, please wash them inside out, okay? And don't put them like in the high heat. After a while, decals, any decal will start to do that. But yeah, I think they look really good. Size-wise, this is an extra large, and this would be perfect for me. So, yeah, it's an extra large. The style of the shirt is Bella and Canva. Bella and Canvas. I like their shirts because they seem a little bit, I don't like really heavy shirts. Love the lettering. The squirrel reminds you of Izzyyy. It's the Kings of New York, guys. I don't like really heavy t-shirts. I don't know. I just feel like I don't want a shirt that feels like, and then get a little hot and then it's sticky. And it's like, this feels like it's a little bit more like lighter weight, but not see-through. It's not see-through. See? And I actually think this one was, I have black and then there's like a vintage black. I think this is the vintage black one. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But anyway, 2 t-shirts in. I'll be ordering some more. I'm going to go on there and make some more stuff so that we have some extra things. And I'll also be putting stuff up there for the Yo Let's Go channel. You know, got to keep everything fresh and going. Now, do me a favor. Be on the lookout, because I think what's going to end up happening is on Thursdays, you know, we're always doing date night. Date night's going to happen all the time on the Yo Ang channel. But on Thursday afternoons, morning, I think we're going to be doing Yo Let's Go lives. So stay tuned. There will be a live. I'll put up a post across all media platforms to let you know when the live is going to be happening and stuff like that. But we're going to talk about travel and tips and things like that. And you guys can, I know it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, nothing's changing on this channel at all. How come when I hit the shop button, it only brings up the totes? Oh, because those are the ones that I actually just tagged for this stream. Because they allow you to tag certain products. And I just tag totes all the time because a lot of people want the totes. And you can tag, like if I had to tag every product, it would be ridiculous. But if you want to, just go to yoangnyc.com. That's the shop. It's an easy way to get to it. yoangnyc.com. Now, for certain things, I have to make sure I put up a special discount code for certain members. So I will be doing that soon and probably emailing that to you if I can get that done today. I wanted to make sure that that was available and stuff. But that's why I changed everything before. And I know I haven't really been talking about the shop, but it's because, you know, we got to get it rolling and stuff. But yeah, works fine. They came in. I will tell you, I think shipping may have taken a little bit longer by a day or two than what they originally had said. It's maybe like a day delay. But then again, I didn't check the mailbox. I thought it would be outside of the mailbox as it's a package, but they stuck it in it. So, showed up, no damage, looks good. Printing looks fabulous. Yeah, looks good. Anyway, guys, check it out. Check out the new channel. And you know what? We're going to see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, drop me all the little cereals that you guys loved and what your best toy was that you received. I think they're hilarious. So you guys have a good Tuesday afternoon. I am gonna go put the cereal away because I don't need to eat any more of it. I had a little cup. That's all I get, no more. Anyway, glad you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later.